strong.
How would you kind of break down your biggest takeaways for day 2 impressions?
Yeah, I mean, I would start with the fact that, we've been measuring their load capacity throughout the preseason, and yesterday, and we've asked a lot of them in our workouts, and yesterday was an outlier in terms of their load, and we brought it again today. Very curious to see the data from today compared to yesterday, and the overall competitive spirit in this gym was fantastic. We talked on Monday night about physicality. I thought our defense today stepped up a level in terms of physicality. We tried to clean up some stuff from yesterday, and we'll just continue to do that and continue to build on that.
JJ, what do you mean by data? Like, are you tracking stuff? I know Rob had talked about giving apps for guys or things
That's just I think they use Connexon. That's just the tracking data we put in their shorts that every team does.
On media day over at the desk with us, he was talking about how much he enjoyed his Team USA experience, but also because he felt playing game action that late in the offseason could benefit him coming into training camp. What have you just seen from him physically here, though it's early?
He's looked fantastic. I think having been here in this gym for the last 6 weeks, there's a difference when AD and LeBron are on the court. There's a difference in terms of when you're drawing up ATOs or thinking about execution. Those guys are just so good. We introduced some stuff today in our teach talk and as well in our focus in terms of our offensive breakdown and offensive scripts, and then that carried over into live action that was primarily for him, and we executed that well. And him with the ball in his hands on every possession is a good thing for us.
JJ, you guys have, stuff measuring, tracking on guys' shorts, there's stuff on the rims, there's the data, there's probably cameras everywhere. How much of that do you take to players? Do you expect that they will share your enthusiasm and interest?
Well, it's funny because I went over to Bronny before practice and I was like, dude, you ran 6 miles. And he's like, yeah, I know. Someone had already shared that with him. I think my experience as a player was very helpful because I got to come in at the tail end of all of this tracking stuff. And it was something, especially as I got older, that was important to me in terms of measuring just my capacity and my load. And the guy has got a strong buildup and he's feeling good. That's important information for him. It's important information for the coaching staff. Dr. Leroy Sims, who we hired this offseason, our director of player performance, he's on top of things. It's always available for the players, and it's something we'll use throughout the season.
Are you in it every day in that data?
Yeah.
You're digging through that stuff?
Yeah, more information the better. That's how every person we've hired, that's been a key thing that I've told them. What do you want? Do you want to get into the weeds? Yeah, I do want to get into the weeds. Yeah, so much info as possible.
How many miles has LeBron did Dad run?
Did Dad run? I'll have to check that one. I know that I think it was Bronny at 6, and I want to say Jalen at about 5.5. Those were the top 2. We had a nice little, we'll call it a transition drill at the end of practice today that was more a conditioning drill. And we challenged Jalen and Max. They were what I call the rabbits, and they responded well.
JJ, I understand it's...
Did anybody held out in practice yesterday? Cam was sore. Was he able to go?
Yeah. So same as yesterday. Cam was able to do a little bit more of non-live action stuff in our breakdowns, and then we've had a classroom session at 10:30 every morning. We'll continue to do that for some of the younger guys. Cam was a part of that as well before practice.
And talking about the workload, considering what Anthony and LeBron did this summer, they did the whole go through that whole USA experience. How will you manage them starting with Friday's first preseason game?
Yeah, we've been having discussions with Ish and with Mike and with Bron and AD since they got back from vacation, since they returned to the gym in mid-September. I think we have a pretty clear plan, and we'll share that plan when it's appropriate.
JJ, I understand.
Christian, welcome.
No update.
What's the camp story? Says soreness, but what is?
I believe this is his ankle.
And with D'Lo, you mentioned the other week they won't put him in such a career. We asked him about that. He pointed toward the defensive end. What steps can he take defensively to improve compared to last season?
Yeah, the thing that D'Lo and I talked about in terms of what a career year looks like, I think when people hear that, they think of production, they think of counting stats. D'Lo and I are aligned. That's not what that means. He has a unique skill set. We think he has a real chance to have a high level of impact on winning, and he's done that at different points in his career. And we also feel like because of his personality and his voice, he can have a real impact in terms of leadership. Defensively, I told him after practice today, like, I'm not looking for him to be a defensive stopper. What I'm looking for is a full participant, full engagement, and since he's been back in the gym and in the first two practices, he's done that. He's been fantastic.
Hey, JJ, I understand, sir.